Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lina and this is Library of Diamonds, and in today's video I am bringing to you a pose review of my latest finish, and that is Book Witch from Diamond Art Club by Madie Art. Oh my god. This one I started on August 19th and finished it on the 29th. It has 56 squares. What am I talking about? This has 56 colors. It comes with square drills and the measurements are 55.8 by 65.5 centimeters. I was meaning to do this for drills and shells, but I decided to start it beforehand because I didn't know what else to work on, and I accidentally finished it even before the event started. So that's a big caveat in there. This one was my third finish of August, my 29th finish of 2025, and my 80th finish overall, which is crazy insane. This took me 19 hours and 8 minutes to complete, because it kind of looks like it's a big canvas, but for me it leans more towards the medium-ish side of the canvases that I tend to work on. So yeah, and this one had a total amount of drills of 58,912. So this one was a painting that was very easy and very quick to work on, and I think especially because of one feature that this particular diamond painting has, which is the entirety of the background. All of the background here, as you can see, is pure black 310 color blocking, and I know that people don't particularly like 310, especially when it's color blocking. I don't really know why. I don't really get it, but to each their own. For me, that is not an issue. So it was not like a nightmare or, a struggle or anything like that. I considered for a bit to make the background have like a pattern or something, but later on I was just lazy and didn't do anything really because I didn't plan anything. So I was not very much in the mood for planning. But yeah, this one, as I said, was my third finish for the month of August. Was it my third? Yes, it was my third finish for the month of August. And I finished it in only 10 days. And here is like a complete view of it. I really enjoyed working on it. This one was my longest, like my oldest canvas that I had on my stash, and I am really glad that I was able to finish it, because one of my goals for 2025 is to finish all of the canvases that I purchased in 2024, so that I don't carry them over until up until 2026. So that is a huge success. Now let's go over to the drills. Here we can see that I have 4 bags of remaining 310. Something important here is that when I got close to the finish line, when I was at the very top and my 310 was running low, instead of opening one of these baggies, I just grabbed a resealable baggie from my leftover drills and used those instead. And these ones are the ones that were left. So technically, I think that the real amount of leftover drills for 310 in this particular kit would have been 3 bags instead of 4. So but still, like, you're never going to be running out of this, especially when a diamond painting, and I've noticed this, when a diamond painting comes with a with a solid color in the background, that you're going to be using like 10, 12 or even more baggies of these, it's likely that you're going to be left out with at least 2 to 3 to even more leftover baggies like this. So you are always sure that you're going to have plenty of them, and that you don't really run the risk of running out of this particular color. ¿Te quieres bajar? Vente, bájate. Está todo ocupado. Ya sé, mi vida, perdóname. Mira. So, moving out from these, here is the entirety of the tray for this particular diamond painting. This one had 1, 2, 3 ABs with 1, 2, 3, 4 fairy dust, which are the special drills. And we're going to be going over where these special drills were placed so that you can kind of see where those are located. And if you happen to have this, or if you want to happen to have this and maybe want to enhance it or something, that is like a good way to figure out like where are the current specials located. So there was never really a point where I was afraid of running out of drills, like being the special drills or otherwise. I think the color that I think would have the least amount of it would be this one. You know, there are very, very few left over, but you know, whenever there are these few left over and the initial container was a small one like this one, I always kind of know that it's fine and that it's very unlikely that I'm going to be running out of this color, because, you know, they give you this amount because they're very, there's a small place of that these drills specifically are going to be covering. So I was never really scared of running out of this particular drill or any of the other drills really. Other thing is the trash drills. I always keep the trash drills for the review. I actually forgot to post it in one of my latest reviews, but whoopsies, I'm remembering now. Something that I always keep notice of is the trash drills. And trash drills for me are any drills that have like little tabs on them, or that they have that little bubbly on top, or just general like pieces of resin, of plasticky material that, you know, like that teal and that blue, if you can see it there, like they're just leftovers from, you know, the creation of the drills overall. That is what I consider trash, amongst other few things depending on the situation. So for the size of this diamond painting, the amount of trash that we are able to find here is not very big, so I am very pleased with that. I'm happy with that. Oh, here some fell. Oh, and I have some that fell that were from another diamond painting that let me just pick out really quickly. So overall, you know, whenever I have like a lot of trash and the canvas is small, or, you know, whatever size the canvas might be, whenever you have a lot of trash, can be a little bit tricky and can be a bit annoying to try to sort out through those particular colors that have more trash than others. But in my personal opinion, this amount of trash is not really a huge deal. I was never, at any point during doing this diamond painting, I never had to stop to peek out many drills. There were a few here and there, of course, but nothing that was overly annoying or anything like that. So yeah, I have plenty of leftovers from this canvas. So that's a good sign. That's a good, you know, good to go. Now let's go over the special drills and see where are those placed. Well, where are those located? There, as I said, we have 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. We're going to be starting with the ABs in this situation. So we have 3 different ABs. The first one is going to be the white one. The second one is a pale pink, and another one is like a darkish purple. So number 1, which is this one, we're going to be finding it, first of all, in some of the corners here in the book, over here and also over here. We're also going to be finding them in the center of the eyes. Let me see. Let me just zoom you in a little bit. Yeah, like this center part of the eyes, that's also another place where we can find that particular white AB. And also, if we take a look at her hair, we can see some of that AB under here, you know, giving it some sparkle of light. And also in this other side of her hair, which is here at the bottom, you can see, there we go. We can see this side where we can see that white one. I'm also seeing that this book has like an eye on the cover, and it's also there, and also in the locket key looking thing in her bow in the middle. So that's the first AB, the location of the first AB. The second one is this pink one, and this pink one, just as a white one, we're going to be seeing it in places of her hair. In here, for example, this one over here, also highlighting some parts of one of her eyes, which is this eye. If you can see, like, she has a purple eye and a green eye, and this has some pink highlights. And also, I saw it somewhere else. Yes, in this corner of the book, that's another place where you can see that. And last but not least, for the ABs, we're going to be having this dark purple one. So this purple one, there are not many places actually where that is located. However, you can still see it. Let me just zoom you out a little bit just so that you can see a bit better, like regular. There we go. That purple AB is particularly easy to find here in some little accents of the wings of the butterflies. And I know that I saw somewhere else. Oh yes, here we have an earring of the witch. Here is another place where we can see that particular purple. Other than that, I don't think there's any other place where we can find that. So yeah, that one wasn't really too prevalent on the overall diamond painting. So those are the ABs. Now for the fairy dust, I'm going to be starting with this purpley looking, is it purpley? Yeah, with this purpley looking color. This one, the fairy dust is the one that has like a very fine glitter on top of the surface of the drill. And let me see if I can find it easily enough. I struggled a second to find it, but this particular color, we're going to be able to find it. In this area here on the witch's hat. And then if we zoom out again, like all of that, all of these places where we can see that kind of purpley hue, that's all where we're going to be able to find this particular purple. Now for these very light green, it's really easy to kind of see where this is going. Actually, these three colors are always together in the wings of the butterflies surrounding our witch. So one prime example would be this this butterfly. Well, maybe the one at the bottom. I think this one is going to look a little bit better. Let's zoom in. So we can see this light color is the part of like between the green and the pink and purple here in the butterfly. Then we're going to be having these two teal colors. One is a bit darker than the other, but we can also see them here next to each other. It's really kind of hard to sort of identify which one is which, but both colors are here just kind of mixed up. So, you know, these three particular colors, we can see them in almost all of the butterflies, like most of them. Like if you can take a look, like it's in here and in here and in here, and this one over here, and also the one on top. So that is the majority of where those special drills are located. One thing that was a bit concerning for me once I started placing drills and seeing which colors were going to go where, I was a bit concerned about her face, because first I did her hand and I noticed that the colors that were like this very dark pink and also this one on top was going to be part of her fingers. I was kind of concerned once I noticed that these colors were also going to be located in her face. But personally, once I placed them down and once I saw them you know, in her face and how they were positioned and all that, I was not worried anymore, because yes, the colors are very stark, but the purpose of this image is not to convey like a realistic skin color, regardless of the color, that, you know, light, dark, whatever. Like it's very stark pink for a reason. Like she's a witch. She, you know, she deserves and she has a right to be any color she wants to be. So, you know, even though it's a bit strange, once I take everything into consideration and look at it finished, it doesn't pop to me like a bad rendering or a bad selection of colors. On the contrary, I think they did a very great job just matching the color to the color of the original illustration, which, you know, is dark pinks such as this one's. So yeah, other than that, I don't think I have any more to say, other than, you know, I really enjoyed working on it. I flew through it, and a big part of it was that this had a lot of color blocking, especially of course in the background. And if you're someone who doesn't like color blocking, this might not be the one for you. But for me, I always say it, my favorite type of diamond paintings are the ones that have a good mixture between color blocking and confetti. And this definitely did. Like I would be working like on the sides of the painting and I would have a lot of color blocking to cover, but then I would move into her hair or down here into her clothes or her book. And you know, it was just the perfect break between a ton of full 310 color blocking and, you know, splashes of color in the middle, and, you know, changing and switching colors here and there. So if you're someone like me who likes both and doesn't really have a strong preference for not choosing something very heavy on color blocking, this might be perfect for you. This might be something that you really, really enjoy working on. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that this review helps you, figure out if you want to get this, if you want to work on it, if you have it in your stash, or if you say, you know what, I think I'm going to skip on this one because it might not be what I expected it to be. We are always free to choose whatever we want to work on, as long as we just enjoy the process and, love the craft. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Bye bye.